let's talk about elderflowers and honey buckets. So here we go. So this is Jerry's honey bucket, and yesterday we went for a walk and we found lots of beautiful elderflowers growing on the tree, and so we picked about 100 of them. To make the elderflower syrup, which is what we chose to do, it takes about 3 days. Well, for us it takes 3 days. What we did, we got the bucket, of course, cleaned it out, washed it out really well. We put 10 liters of cooked water in the bucket last night. We let it cool overnight. So this morning when I got up, I gently washed the elderflowers. And you can see now they're mixed in there with the lemons. So we have gently washed elderflowers, we have 10 lemons, and we have 10 liters of water. This is going to sit overnight. Tonight it needs to sit for about 24 hours, and then tomorrow morning we're going to drain it, and we're going to add our sugar. We're going to add about 10 kilograms of sugar to this drained liquid, and we're going to cook that on the stove, let it boil, and then pour it into sterilized jars. That's going to be our elderflower syrup. Okay, so sorry for the noise. That's the dishwasher running behind me. I'm washing the jars because they just get more sterile in the dishwasher, and they have they're just better just to wash them in the dishwasher, get them more sterilized, and then we'll be able to put some syrup in them. So with this elderflower syrup, what I'm doing now is I let this rest overnight. So it's been here for 24 hours, and this is elderflowers with some lemon. So now I'm just taking it out and putting it into a colander. It's hard to do this one-handed, but it's okay. You get the general idea. So then let that drain there for just a couple seconds, and then I take the colander and dump it into another bowl. This is going to go into compost later if I don't get it all over the floor. These are heavy, that's why I'm doing it here on the floor. And this is what I'm draining the flowers in. It's just a big pot. And because it's so heavy, this is like 10 liters of water plus the elderflowers and the lemons, and then it's going to go into this pot. There's no way I can lift all of this stuff up off the floor, so I put it in smaller pots. And it's also going to be with 10 kilograms. I have 10 bags of sugar here, 10 kilograms of sugar. We're going to cook that and let it come to a boil, and I'll keep you updated. Okay, so now we have the water in the big pot. We have the water in there. It's coming to a boil, and we've already added 10 kilograms of sugar. So we just keep stirring that, or I just keep stirring that until it comes to a boil. We want to make sure it's completely dissolved, and it's going to be all spread throughout. So keep stirring that, let it boil. When we're done, we're going to put it into our jars. And here are the jars. We took them out of the dishwasher and we just set them up on the counter, let them air dry. I don't like to towel dry anything. And then we're going to put them in the oven, the jar and all in the oven, on 90 degrees Celsius, and probably for about 30 minutes. And the whining that you hear is from the newest member of our family. His name is Mickey, and he doesn't know what to do yet. He just came to be with us yesterday, and he's a little, he needs constant attention, so I'm gonna go give him constant attention. So now it's boiling. I'm gonna let it boil like that for just a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to spoon it into the jars. Now, let me back up and show you. This is the pot. Here are the jars. I put them on a baking pan because I'm going to fill them up, put lids on them as tight as I can get them, and put them in the oven. Obviously, I'm not strong enough to pick up that pot and pour it into these jars. I've never done this before, So this is my first try. I'm going to use this cup with the thing there. I'm going to use this cup and pour it in that way. Okay, so I'm not sure how well you can see this, but here's what we're doing. And we're just pouring it in. And I'm so glad that we have extra jars because it looks like I'm going to need them. Here's what we end up with. In the oven we have about, I think there's 13 jars in there. And then we have some more up here. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 jars total. You see that? 19 jars total of syrup. This is elderflower syrup. And we have one extra jar, so you can say 20 jars. And it's really clear. I like the way it looks. And here is one glass that I made to drink because I don't drink it often, but I'm going to try it. So it smells good. It actually smells good. Not bad. You know, I think maybe it's not the syrup that I didn't like, but it's the drink itself. My husband made it a couple of years ago, and this was the problem. He had it sitting in a pot about this size. That's really sticky. He had it sitting in a pot for a few days, and like 2 or 3 days, and I asked him, what does it taste like? And he said, it tastes exactly like it smells. So I lifted the cloth and I smelled it, and I smelled dirty socks. That's what it smelled like. So ever since that time, when I try to drink the drink, I have the idea in my head of this is dirty sock water because that's what it smelled like. So in my head, that's what it tasted like. So of course, I had a really standoffish reaction when he suggested that we make the syrup. But fortunately, last year, a very good friend of mine gave us some mint syrup and some elderflower syrup. And in my inexperience, I couldn't tell the difference. I knew I really loved the mint. It was really refreshing, really nice tasting, especially on those hot summer days. Put it in a bottle, like a sport bottle like this, with some ice, fill it up with some mint syrup and water, and delicious, delicious. But it looks very similar, the same color as the elderflower. So when she gave us 2 jars, I thought she had given us 2 jars of mint. No, she gave us 1 jar of mint, 1 jar of elderflower. And I drank it and I didn't realize what it was, but it was delicious. So a little bit later I asked her what it was, and she told me it was the elderflower. And I, no way. This is nothing like dirty socks. So that's my story about the elderflower syrup. Syrup is the good one. Syrup, not the drink. I don't like the drink, but the syrup, we can handle that. So we're going to leave that in the oven for, I don't know how long. We usually boil things like that on the stove for about 20 minutes. We make sure everything gets up boiling for a consistent 20 minutes. So we're going to leave that in the oven to let that get all heated up for probably about 30 minutes. I'd rather do a little more than a little less, simply because I had to put a rush on it to get the rest of those jars. Okay, so that's it for the elderberry. Thanks for watching. God bless. Bye-bye.